really a man of very many words. So when Megan came to me, or Rose and I, and asked us to write a speech for Senior Sunday, I didn't feel like I really had much to say. So I turned to my parents and those around me and said, hey, what can I write about? What can I talk about? The first thing that they told me was, well, talk about what you've done in the church. Talk about your Eagle Project. Talk about how you grew up. And so when I started, I thought about it, and I realized there's so much that the church has taught me through what I've done. And the church has taught me things to make me who I am today. I remember starting off in the nursery. Miss Rusty every day would have a lifesaver for us, for me and my brother both to suck and to watch a few VeggieTales while we play with our toys. In the children's choir, with Miss Marianne on piano, we'd sing songs. Things like, Jesus loves the little children of the world. And these would, in retrospect, I realized that they teach more lessons than I realized. Things like, God has faith in us and we have faith in him. And how Jesus loves us and how we should love one another. After children's choir, I remember we would go off and break into Sunday school. Specifically, Godly Play was one of my favorites. They had a sandbox that was everyone's choice toy to play with. But we always had to get through the lesson first. And that was the, again, in retrospect, I realized the lessons were always the part that I remembered. They were always Bible stories or the gospel story of the day turned into a children's lesson. And I don't remember very many of them. But all of them sort of had the same theme. Love one another. Have faith in your God. This faith, even now I realize, is what led me to go through my confirmation into the church. But it's not just stories that the church taught me. There are opportunities that the church let me have that led to my faith growing. Things like Ackley, which I believe I'm on my 12th year now, which is kind of nice. I believe it was last year, if not 2 years ago, that I went on a mission trip with Megan and the other UIC members, where I had quite a unique experience going to, Arizona, and we lived on a small missionary outpost. And there we got to help the members of the community in a way that I had not done before. And obviously, like I've mentioned before, the Eagle Project was a huge thing for me. And I can't thank Mr. Hitchcock enough and the members of the congregation for allowing me to help you out in such a way. Looking back on all these, I realized just how much of my life has been tied to St. Martin's. How much those lessons have taught me to be who I am, like I said. Things like children's choir, Sunday school, teaching me my faith. Acolyting, and partially the missionary trip, bolstering that faith, and also teaching me a little bit of humility. And the Eagle Project, teaching me leadership through my faith. And for all these, I realized how grateful I was. So, I must say thank you.
So Richard crying today, so sorry. So does anyone remember August 21st, 2006? Me neither. But according to my mom, that's when I started kindergarten here at St. Tiemann, along with Max and a couple others. And why does that matter exactly? Because that's the day that my community at St. Tiemann started. Most of you didn't know me back then when I was very tall, skinny, and actually wore my glasses. But for those of you who have met me in the past years, and for those of you who knew me back then, I wanted to thank for your support and your love in this community in the church. I have made so many different relationships with everyone, and all of those will stay in my heart for the rest of my life. I was blessed enough to be accepted into the University of North Texas, where I will study elementary education, to take a few more steps towards achieving my goal of being an elementary school teacher. And there's so many lessons to be learned before becoming a teacher, such as the importance of patience, attitude, and preparation. But the most important lesson that my mentor teacher in my internship emphasized to me just recently is to make those relationships and connections with your students. So getting that outpour of the love from the people in this church has given me the experience of genuine love and support, which I hope to give later in my career and in my life. So without the support from you, I wouldn't be motivated to pursue this career. And most of my life lessons, in fact, have been taught through this church. Like Max has said, there's a lot to be learned here than just godly play lessons and sandboxes. So I obviously need to learn a lot more of being an adult before I go to college, but a lot of that learning has been through this church, and I wanted to give a special thanks to Megan for being here during the last couple of years of my spiritual journey for a couple of reasons. One is that she was able to reel me in anytime I got a little too enthusiastic about literally anything, mostly food. But another is for being there to support me and making sure me and the others in UAC always had someone there, in spiritual stance, cheering us on during the week if we weren't feeling, that great, or if there was a lot of tests or anything, she would be there. So I love you, Megan, and thank you. She also taught me to try my best to love and accept others, no matter what our differences are, and no matter how we live our lives when it becomes a challenge. And so yeah. Another special thank you I want to give is to Miss Denise for leading me in another spiritual branch. This taught me so much about leadership and character. Two things I had a lot to improve on when joining the Acolytes several years ago. She has been a really good teacher, but an even better person, which has inspired me, to say the least. So I'd like to say I've become more responsible, but the real test will be next year when I live on my own. Whole 45 minutes away from here. But in all seriousness, my integrity and accountability levels have increased, and that's just from being here with all of you and the different relationships that I've had, and just all the memories that I've collected here since kindergarten will definitely stay in my heart and help me throughout my career. And so yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, and I love all of you. I'm going to stop crying now.
These amazing young adults are a testament not only to God, but to this church. And hearing their words has moved me. I hope it has moved you as well. If you'll rise as you're able, we will join in